Hi students, in previous video just we have started chapter 4. Today we are going to continue this chapter. In previous session just we were discussing about maps and its types of maps. Today we are going to learn about how to read maps. To know about Earth, we should know how to read maps. Then we can know about different features and cities, countries, and all about the Earth. To read maps, we should know about 5 Ds which maps follow. They are descriptions, detail, directions, distance, and designations. These are the 5 Ds which follows all the maps. So let us learn these 5 Ds in detail. First is description. First one is description, means it describes about the feature, about the things. Every map has a name, number, scale, legends and symbols. In every map you will see this type of things, means it has its particular name, it has its number, it has some particular scale, legends and symbols. So they through this they the map used to describe us about the earth or particular place. Next is detail. It gives detail. The map gives us some details about the features or some things. Symbols are the languages of map. Symbols are the language of maps. Every map has some symbols through which we read and know different things. Okay. They explain the layout of the land and its specific features are represented by various symbols. So maps uh, tells us or it explains us about the layout of the ground or the land, and different type of symbols are used to represent the features of the earth, like where is mountain, where is river, where is highway, where is ponds and seas. All the things are used for all the features. There are different symbols which are used in map. Through that we come to know that which place or which area, which type of features are there in the particular map or in the country or in the state. Okay, in this way it gives us details. Next is direction. It gives us direction. All map shows related directions from one point to another. One point to another, all the maps gives the some directions. Maps always drawn with north at the top. In every map, if you see, the top part will be called north part. Okay, so every map is drawn as the top, as at the top is north. So obviously the bottom will be south and left will be west and right side will be east. So in this way we come to know the old directions. You might have learned about the directions. There are 4 main directions: north, south, east and west. So through this direction only the maps are drawn. So after knowing this direction, we also come to know the intermediate directions. Intermediate directions. What is intermediate directions? Intermediate directions means between two directions there are some gaps, some places. That part are called intermediate directions. There are northwest, southwest, and southeast and northeast. That means between north and west we will call it northwest, and between west and south we will call it southwest. Between south and east we will call it southeast, and between north and east we will call it northeast. So in this way we also learn the intermediate direction through the maps. Okay. Next is distance. Next, D is distance. The map shows the distance of a particular places. Maps are always drawn to scale. Maps are always drawn to scale. In every map, if you will see read the maps, in one place there is given its scale. Okay, so the scale of a map is the ratio between the distance shown on a map and the actual ground distance. There are scales made in every map that scale is shows us that what is the distance in the map and what is the actual distance on the ground. So it is made as a ratio. This is done because this enables us to fit the area being mapped on a sheet of paper. Through this scale only we can draw a map, particular or a good map on a paper. Otherwise, without the scale we cannot draw, we cannot measure the things, the distances on the map. So on the basis of scale, maps are divided into two categories. On the basis of basis of scales, maps are divided into two categories. They are large scale maps and small scale maps. Let us see what is large scale map. When maps represent a very large fraction of the Earth's surface, they are called large scale map. Once more, I shall repeat. When map represents a very large fraction of the Earth's surface, they are called large scale map. Means what will be ratio here? In actual ground distance, if it is 1000 centimeter, the 1000 centimeter will be represented in map as 1 centimeter. Okay, in map it will see 1 centimeter. Suppose there is a 1000 centimeter distance, then there it will be seen 10 centimeter. So in this way it is represented in on the map. So when the ratio is 1 by 1000 of the ground surface of Earth and presented in the map is called large scale map. So these large scale maps are used to draw maps of buildings, streets, villages, or if you want to make your map of your school compound and all things. This means large scale maps are used to make a map of small areas or small places. Okay, next is small scale maps. When maps represent a very small fraction of the Earth's surface to show specific features, they are called small scale maps. Means here, suppose the Earth's distance is 50, 1 tens, 100,000, 10 lakh, 10 lakh. That means 50 lakh centimeter. That will be shown in the map as a 1 centimeter. That means it is very large distance. No? Large distance are kept in the map as a small distance. So that's why it is called small scale maps. So this type of maps or scaled maps are uh, used to draw as countries or its borders, and national highways and all are represented in this type of scales. Okay, so this tells us about the distance of a particular place or areas on the earth's distance or ground's distance, how it is. Next we'll see now designation. Every map has its designation. For the ease of understanding, various features are written in different style for proper representation and saving space. Example, uh, blue color is represented for the water bodies, and green color is used to represent plain areas, and brown color is used on the map to represent the highland areas. So these are some designs or styles or and colors which are used on the map to show different features. Okay, in the proper way, it makes us to understand the maps very easy. Through the color we will able to understand which areas are plain, which areas are water, and which areas are highlights. Students, I hope you might have understood how to read the maps, or how to have divided the different ways to read the maps in 5Ds. So, thank you students. Have a good day.